It's mid-February and here we are again. Growth has been fairly slow thanks to the cooler weathers over the previous couple of weeks. I'm hoping to spot some ash in the hedgerows and have a chat about that. And we're really hoping we might see some frog spawn. We usually see it around about Valentine's Day. So fingers crossed we can get to show you some. So one of the trees actually I wanted to introduce you to on our hedgerow walk are the ash. There's a couple of beauties here. You can often recognise it at this time of year because they have keys hanging from their branches. Can't see any on this one. But the keys are named because they resemble jailers' keys hanging from their belts. Here's a very mossy, gnarly bit of hedgerow ash. Actually, where we live, the farmers tend to just cut most of the trees as hedgerow trees. But one of the reasons I was keen to share this tree with you, it's one of the easiest to identify, I find, at this time of year in winter twig, because of its sooty black buds. The ash, the Latin for ash actually is Fraxinus excelsior, which is quite a grand name. If there was more of it, you'd be able to see has a lovely grey stem, almost flat, and then this very prominent kind of three part of a bud. You have the two smaller ones here and this long one here. The ash, it's one of the last trees to come into leaf, and there's a saying that's supposed to help with the weather. Ash before oak, you're in for a soak. Oak before ash, you're in for a splash. It's believed that the essence of humankind came from the ash tree, or originated from the ash. And in many ancient world cultures, from gods and goddesses to Vikings and Germanic peoples, it's been celebrated and revered for its healing and magical properties. Even in Ireland, the ash was thought to be one of three magical trees that protected the land, along with yew and oak. Due to its flexibility and its strength and its ability to absorb impacts, the ash tree has traditionally been used by hurley makers to fashion hurls for GAA players for years. One of the main reasons I wanted to bring this tree to your attention is because, very sadly, it's dying out. In 2012, ash dieback was identified in Irish ash trees, and it had come over from continental Europe. Researchers are predicting that within the next 15 years now, this tree will be gone from the countryside here in Ireland. And that'll be that. Without this lovely old tree, hurley makers, they're going to have to be seeking alternatives. I'm old enough to remember when the majestic elms were growing along the sides of roads, and unfortunately a disease took all of those out. And the same is going to happen to the ash. There's nothing they can do to stop it. At the moment, researchers are trying to save and protect some genomes that have shown resistance to this dieback disease. But the majority, young, old, no matter where they're growing, will be gone from our hedgerows. So maybe we should, if nothing else, use this as a sign that we need to do everything in our power to protect the flora and fauna that surrounds us before it's too late. We have peered in every pond, gully and every little bit of puddle we can find, and we can't show you any foxhorn today. But all being well, we'll see lots next time we're out, and we really look forward to sharing that with you.